Hello everyone. So let's start with our next session, that is API. So API stands for Application Programming Interface. So application here can be any software which have a distinct function. So it can be a web application, it can be a mobile application. So we have front end there, right? So that's what the application is referring to. And programming here means so API can be programmatically interact with the other components or other APIs or other application. Two application can interact with each other through API, and how it works is using different programming languages. So and interface here means many different things we can interpret. So interface here is using which two application communicate to each other. So API act as the interface, a medium through which two can communicate. And also it's a contract of service. So contract of service in the sense there are some rules defined within the API, right? If a application exposing API to interact with other application, so in that case there are few rules defined, otherwise your programming cannot understand that, and if you will not follow that particular rules, then the code will fail, right? So that's how it works. So this is a use case for a API. So let's say I'm working on an application, right? So a custom application. Suppose it's the e-commerce site. So in case of e-commerce site, as you all know, whenever we visit the site, it asks for sign up, or if we already have an account, we need to sign in, right? So to place any order, to do any other thing. So in that case, if you notice, there are many options available there to sign in with Facebook, to sign in with LinkedIn or Google. Even when we sign up, then also these options are available. So this makes user they don't need to enter, the user don't need to enter the manual information. So they can simply click on that icon, right? Let me show you. So they can simply click on that icon like this to sign in with the Facebook. Then Facebook will ask for the credentials. So if you are already logged in, it will directly move to the authentication part. So it asks if we want to allow this particular application to authenticate using Facebook or not. So how this works at the backend? So that's where API comes into picture. So in this case, Facebook or any LinkedIn or Google, they expose the API, the authentication API, using which the custom application, anyone develops the custom application, can link the sign-in part to these things, the vendor APIs, right? So these are not programming, there is no programming dependency. So suppose this application Facebook is in C++ or Python, but I am working on an application which is based on .NET. So using APIs, we can communicate through any language. If two applications are made on different language, then there is no constraint if we are using the API. So that's where the API plays a very important role, right? So there are many other use cases of API in a real world also. So API interact with the front end, but so suppose we are using any of the site like e-commerce site or any other site. So suppose the Facebook or LinkedIn, for user is not at all aware how it is working at the backend, but that's the API. There are n numbers of APIs that are working at the backend, right? So it will be much more clear when we will discussing the example in further lecture. So I think so you all are now clear about this. So if you have any question, please get back to me. I will respond as soon as possible. Thank you guys.